Hey everybody, happy Easter. Listen, I'm coming on here and today is Resurrection Day. God has risen is what Easter is about, the risen of Christ. But I want to come here and say something to y'all. Listen, God has risen, but also you can rise too. Those dreams that you let die, they can once rise again. Things can rise up. Those visions that you had, that you decided to not go for that vision, that book that you wanted to write, allow it to rise up again and get the courage like you had to write the book. Those dreams that you had, the job, the business you wanted to start, that you decided that you was going to start, but then you gave up, it will rise again. If God raised on the third day, he can rise your business on the third day. Your vision can rise on the third day. That book can be finished on the third day. Rise up, everybody. It's time to rise up. Like Christ rose up from the third day, he rose. He was wrapped in all of this here stuff. All this cloth and all that stuff that he was wrapped in. Listen, that was left in the tomb. That means all the bondage and everything all the bondages and all that stuff that we carry, all the baggage and all the stuff, that means when he left it, it was still in the tomb. Clothes still folded up nicely in the tomb. Leave it. All the bondages, all the things the strongholds and the things that we was wrapped in. God said you can rise again. You can leave that stuff and still be whole again. You can rise up. You can come out of the grave. You can come out of that dead grave and take off those grave man clothes and take off that old mindset and take off the things that is holding you back and you feel like you can't go no further. And these things that you have going on, we can rise again. Our Father risen. Our Father risen. Christ is alive. He rose on the third day. And we can rise again too. Our visions can come alive. Our dreams that we had when we was a little girl. That a lot of us had dreams when we was young that we thought about as we got older and we let them die. They can rise again. They can rise again. We don't have to forget about our dreams and visions that we had. We can do like it said in Habakkuk. Make the vision. Write it down. Make it plain. Now, have you made your vision plain already? And you hand it over to Christ. Make it plain and give it to him so he can take it and he can resurrect it. Oh, my God. Thank you, Jesus. He can resurrect our vision. He can resurrect our dreams again. But we have to make it plain and give it to him. Sometimes we jump head first for these visions and these dreams that we had one time, and they don't be in alignment. It's time to line up with Christ. Line up. Everything in your life, line up. I am now starting to really do that. I talked about it before. And I said I was going to do it, but I let life get in the way. I let survival mode get in the way. It's not about surviving anymore. It's about becoming established. Survival mode is over with. We don't need to be in survival mode anyway. We need to trust God, have faith, and start to be established day by day. So when I said that I was going to try this alignment thing one time before, I let other things get in the way. I let other things get in my ear. I let things get in my eye gate, in my ear gate. And it took me away from alignment, but I am now starting something different every single day that I open up my eyes and God bless me to my foot to hit the ground for the new day. I am going to ask him to make sure that everything that he wants from me this morning when I wake up, allow it to be in alignment with you. From my finances, to my marriage, to my children, to my health, to my diet, to my workout journey, everything that I am going to be on starting tomorrow is a fresh year, a fresh thing for me. I am refocusing, reprogramming, and I'm pivoting what I once was. I'm turning back coming back again. So I'm turning around, pivoting. I started working out last year. I started working out a lot last year and I gave up. Walking almost every day, 5 days a week, I gave up. Just let life get in the way. I started working more and I started picking up more clients and I started leaving the house too early and I don't got nowhere to walk. And so much. And then I just got life, and then I drive, live on the weekends and the weekday, and I don't have time to walk because I'm trying to make my money. But I can't do that anymore. My health needs to be important. And I want everything to be in alignment. It's time for my health to rise. It's time for everything I want to rise in alignment. And that's what this word is about today. If Jesus rose on the third day, our Christ is risen. And everything that he dealt with, every lash, every whipped, every pain, everything that he dealt with for us, he took it. And he still rose on the third day. That's what he's trying to tell you. You can take all of those hits and all of those things, and you can still rise up. Don't give up. Don't give up. If you gave up, reprogram the way you think and start over again. If I don't start with 15 minutes in the morning, I am going to move my legs in the morning every day. For the first week or two, I'm going to do 15 minutes. I can do it in the house. I got bicycle. I got step. I got things that I can use in the house. I can do chair exercise. I'm going to move my body every morning for 15 minutes until my body get used to walking an hour and 2 hours like I used to, because I got lazy. But I ain't even gonna say I got lazy. Sometimes we don't get lazy, we get distracted, or we go in survivor mode. That's what it is. We go in survivor mode. To the point where we got bills to pay. We got to work. So we got to pick up whatever shift. We got to do this and we got to do that. But then we sit there and we allow our health to decline. Or we allow the dreams that we had, that God once gave us this vision and told us to do it, and we put it on the back burner because we looking at, we got bills to pay. We got to work. Knowing that all along that vision that he gave us, or that dream or that idea, was our income. If we would have just worked it, if we would have did that instead of going out and picking up more clients, use that extra time instead of picking up more clients, trust God more. I got to get back into that habit of truly trusting him with my finances when I only have enough to pay 2 bills and I'm short on the second bill, the other 2 bills, and I got to trust him. I got to start this business. I got all this stuff I bought. I feel bad about myself. I really feel bad. I got all this stuff that I bought. I took this vision to him. I made it plain as day. And I said, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to do this and I want to do that. I want to write a book. I want to make my own journal. I want to do all of these things. I wrote it down. I took it to him. I made it plain. I got the go button on that 2 years ago. Push go, let's go. I didn't even do it. Last year I spent over $1,000 buying equipment for to do my business that I want to do, my home-based business. I got all the product that I need to make the business. It's just sitting in my office, just sitting there collecting dust. Because I decided to pick up more clients, and I wanted more clients. I'm a private caregiver as well. I wanted to pick up more clients, and I do more Lyft. I'm driving Lyft, and I'm driving DoorDash. I make all these extra streams of income. Yes, I'm making it to pay my bills, and it is working, but I'm overtired because I'm working. I do about 30 hours a week on my job with my clients. Then also out of that same week, I do about 30 hours a week doing Lyft. So I'm doing about 50 to 60 hours a week, just overworking myself, doing half a day Lyft, half a day DoorDash. Yes, I'm making the money. I am. Bills are being paid. Things are, income, but I am tired. Because I decided to go in survival mode. I decided to live on my own understanding. I moved on my own understanding and not God. When he gave me the vision and gave me the idea, and I let it die. But no more, it will rise. My vision is now going to rise, and that's what it's about. Allow your vision to rise like Christ rose on the third day. Let that vision rise. Don't let nothing hold you back. Don't let nothing bound you and stop you from moving forward. Nothing bounds you. Nothing can grab you and hold you and keep you bound. It's time to unwrap all of those bondages and all that stuff that you are wrapped in. It's time to unwrap that stuff and leave it there. And walk away and rise. And that's what I'm going to do. Starting for this month of April, that I'm beginning to write in my book again. My book ain't even that far away from being finished written. Now, it's not published and nobody checked on it, did no proof check work on it, but I don't need about 8 more pages, front and back. Because it's not a big book. It's like maybe a 100-page book. I need 8 more pages front and back. And I'm just sitting there. And I've been needing 8 pages for a year. I just let it die. I just felt like I wasn't worthy enough to write the book. I felt like, okay, Everybody wrote books. I started looking at everybody writing books. Everybody got a story to tell. Everybody want to tell how they grew up. Everybody want to tell their story. And I'm like, it's a book. So I was like, it's too many books out here. So I don't want to put out a book because it's too many books. Then my business I wanted to start, I'm like, everybody doing that. But that always been a dream of mine. Since I was young in my 20s, I've always wanted to do that. But that was before it got popular that everybody was doing. But guess what? I worked so much and raised them 4 girls, I ain't had time to even start it then. So I never did it. So now I decided to do it when I left my job. So I'm starting to look at a lot of these things. It ain't about who doing it. It ain't about how many books written. It ain't about how many journals being made. It's not about none of that. It's about kingdom. A lot of people making these books, they're not even kingdom. They don't even believe in God. And their stuff is taken off. But when you in kingdom and you living your life right with Christ, and you use that, and I write the book, kingdom, people need to hear that. People gonna see my book. I just gave up because there's so many people had it. And then my friend, she kind of brought it to my attention because I wanted to do this and that. And she came up with an idea and she said, listen, look at the waters in the store. It's about 50 different bottles of water, all in a bottle. The bottles are made differently. The mission statement is different. The quote is different, but they all sell water. You got Dasani water, you got Zephyrhill water, Nestle water, Sam Choice, Walmart Choice, Publix, a brand, Wendy. Everybody got their own water. Fiji water. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody got water, but you got to look at it. Everybody have a different slogan. Everybody have a different brand of how they branding their water, what it do for your body. You can't go by what nobody else have. If that is a dream of yours, then do it. But see, I let mine die because I thought about too many books out here. Everybody gonna be like, somebody already told that story. But that's their story. My story is different. My blueprint in my life is different. My story is different from there. It might be somewhat something similar, but it's different because it's coming from a place. God is coming from a kingdom place. But I let it die. So I'm now going to allow my book, my story, my book to rise. My business that I want. My journal. Now, I did make my journal, but I never made it to make more copies to sell it. I made a journal for me. It was my personal journal, but it was a journal for other people to buy. But I never went forward with the rest of it. I made it. The journal is made. I made it last year. It's sitting on my thing. But I didn't make it. I didn't go out and make more copies to sell. I didn't put it on Amazon to make money off it. So I just made the journal. And I like my journal. I did a very good job. And I let people see it. And they was like, this is amazing. Sell it. But guess what? I was afraid. Again, so many journals. So the first thing I thought, fear kicked in. And I said, okay, everybody's selling journals now. I've always wanted to sell. My goal in my middle 20s and the beginning of my 30s, I always wanted to have my own journal, my own pen with my initials on my brand to write on it, and a coffee or a teacup. Those are the things, 3 items that I wanted everybody to grab. Every morning they get up, I want them to grab my journal, grab my pen, and grab a cup to drink coffee or tea in, and then candle. My stuff. And it just sit there and you look at it and it's like everybody in the world is using my stuff and they're writing in the journal. They burning the candle. They got the same pen and they got the cup to drink coffee or tea. But guess what I did? Folded. That's what I did. I folded. I bought all that stuff to make it. I folded. Because I got scared. But it's time for me to rise again. So if you was one of them people and you had a vision and a dream and you knew that vision and dream was from God because you wrote it down, you made it plain and you gave it to him and he gave you to go on it, follow it. Let's get those dreams and rise up again. Let's get this health back on track. Let's get out and work these legs, work these arms. Let's do our thing. If it take you 15 minutes a day to move your body, you can move your body in front of your house. Like I live in apartments, I got a long sidewalk. If I got to walk that sidewalk for 30 minutes every morning, that long sidewalk from the mailbox to my front door and do it like a power walk, that's what I'm going to do. until I get in the habit of walking around a corner like I used to do. You know what I'm saying? Walking all the way 2 hours, walking like 6, 7 blocks away. I used to do this. I gave up. No more. So I came on here to let y'all know yesterday is Risen Day, Easter Sunday day, beautiful day. I didn't go to church today. I did church in my home, which is still amazing for me. And I'm still doing it. I'm doing this video. I'm cooking my dinner and making sure my house clean and getting the clothes and stuff together. But again, I had to come on here and tell y'all to allow everything that you let die, allow it to rise again. Christ said it is risen. Allow it to rise. Y'all have a blessed and marvelous and wonderful day. And remember to always pray. Always love yourself. And always, always be real to yourself. And always, always seek Christ first. And always know and understand there is nothing too hard for your God. And I love y'all and see y'all next time. Be blessed.